got?
One subject that seems to be on everyone's mind nowadays is fuel mileage, especially if you drive a truck. Now, that becomes even more of an issue if you drive a four-wheel drive truck, because they usually have big, thirsty V8 engines and a lot of rotating parts in the drivetrain that cause more drag. So, what do? Well, one way is to make the engine more efficient by helping it breathe in and out, and also tweaking the computer. However, what if you were able to reduce drag in the engine and drivetrain, say, with better lubricants? Would that help? That is what we're going to find out today. The first step was to find a four-wheel drive dyno so we could do an accurate test. Once we found that, we rolled the little red wagon into place and strapped her down. Now, the wagon is a perfect test mule because it has a V8, a manual transmission, and it gets horrible gas mileage. With the truck in place, we made some baseline runs to determine just how much power it was taking to turn those big rollers. We also took some temperature readings of the engine, the differentials, the transfer case, so we knew what kind of heat was going on in there. Then we started that nasty process that everybody hates of draining all that old conventional oil out of there. Now, there have been a lot of claims made about synthetic lubricants lately, and Royal Purple is one that you've heard about a lot. But is it really better oil, or is this just snake oil in a fancy purple bottle? So, to find out, Royal Purple went into the engine, the axles, the tranny, and the transfer case. And then we started testing. With the truck brought back up to operating temperature, the first thing that was actually noticeable was the drivetrain felt smoother. That became even more significant when we measured the temperature drop in the axles, the engine, the tranny, and the transfer case. All of these showed readings of around 8 to 10 degrees cooler. But the biggest difference came from the dyno itself. Now, this graph shows that with synthetic oil, it took about 20 less foot-pounds to turn those rollers. Now, guys, wait a minute. This translates into a direct reduction of drag in your drivetrain. Now, less drag means less effort from the engine, and that means you get better gas mileage just by changing your fluids. Now, is that cool or what?